Hey folks, your boy DeWine. Want to take a quick moment to shoot this impromptu video. Whole purpose behind the video is to talk to you today about the stock market and where I think it's headed. As we speak, the Dow Jones Industrial Average is around 33.4, just above that right now. I believe that the Dow could fall below 29 over this summer, simply because of everything that's lining up right now. Now, first of all, I'm not a professional. When I get on here, I just talk about my beliefs, my thoughts, and everything else, but it shouldn't be taken as professional advice. Also, this is for entertainment purposes only. So what I would encourage anyone who is investing in the market, looking to invest in the market, that you seek advice from a professional, and at the same time that you conduct your own research. And I would highly encourage you not to follow what people who get on YouTube and have to say about the market and everything else. The onus is on you to conduct your own research, and I would highly encourage that. The Dow could easily fall to 2,900 in my humble opinion, simply because there's a perfect storm that appears to be lining up against our country right now. And what do I mean by a perfect storm? So right now what we have the debt ceiling that needs to be raised. Our politicians are at odds in where we have a divided Congress. We have a Republican-held House of Representatives, Democratic-held Senate, and then we have a Democratic president. And they don't seem to be able to reach an agreement right now. Janet Yellen has come out and said that there's a strong possibility that the country will run out of money in June. Other politicians have said July, and some have even said August. So the window appears to be between June and August, where the country would actually run out of money unless the debt ceiling is raised. That's number one. Number two, the BRICS are meeting in June to vote on a new currency that they're planning to release that will be used to trade across countries that are part of the BRICS. So they will no longer use the dollar as their currency to trade from country to country. So that would be a huge blow to the dollar. The other piece to that is the BRICS have at least 14 countries lining up to join their organization. So that would be huge as well. One of the countries that is looking to line up to join the BRICS is Saudi Arabia. And as you know, back in the 70s, President Nixon took the United States off of the gold standard, and what gave the United States its world currency after it was taken off the gold standard was that a deal was made with Saudi Arabia to trade oil in denominations of $1. So that deal is absolutely huge. Now it's looking like Saudi Arabia is looking to break its ties with the United States. If they do, in fact, join the BRICS, that will be a huge blow to the United States. Absolutely huge. And to the dollar's world currency status. So with all of this happening right now, it's absolutely huge. Now when you take into equation that the Fed has been raising interest rates, I believe 10 times in the last year, and they continue to raise interest rates. As you push into the month of June, the belief is that the Fed will pause with raising interest rates. If the Fed pauses, then the market will most likely rally. But if the Fed raises interest rates on that time frame, during that next meeting, then the market will tighten. Because the consensus is that the Fed will pause. And if the Fed does not pause, then the market will most likely tank. Now, the other piece to that is in July, it is believed that the Federal Reserve will actually cut interest rates. And history tells us, after the Fed pauses, the Fed usually holds that stance for several meetings after beginning to pause. And then history also says when they actually decide to cut, the market does not rally, the market tanks. And it tanks for several months after the Fed cuts interest rates. So, with that being said, the perfect storm has aligned. The question becomes, at what point in time does the market actually tank? So right now, everything is against the market rising, but it could very well explode in price for no reason at all, because it has done that in the past. So I just wanted to get on here, take a quick moment to shoot this impromptu video and just make everyone aware of what could happen. So with that being said, I'd like to leave you with something my grandmother used to always say. She would say, son, God doesn't like ugly, so I always tell the truth. Truth is based off of knowledge of the past, present, and our future. If a word, phrase, or statement is untrue, then it must lack knowledge. So always tell the truth, and the truth to set you free. The truth, it's not easy, but it sure is necessary. Till next time, may God bless each and every one of you. Take care, everybody.